everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been so long since I've been on. There's just been so much happening. I think the last time I was on, I was pregnant, and now my daughter is almost 1. She's turning 1 next month. So there's just been so much happening in life, and just, you know, busy with motherhood. There's a 7-year age gap between my youngest and my second youngest, so I've just been enjoying and soaking up all the little baby snuggles and joy. I'm hoping to be back and hoping to be more consistent with my videos, and now that she's a little bit older, I will have more time. So I just want to do a quick overview of my current setup. I know my last setup may have looked different, and if you follow me on Instagram, you may see snippets here and there, but never a full overview of my binder. Thought what better way to get back into my video is by first showing what I'm currently working with. So first off, I'm gonna start off with my high priority binder. And in here, I don't have a lot going on in here, just a few envelopes that I wanna maintain and make sure that I have funds for. So this is just a quick overview of how my high priority is looking like. The envelopes that I currently have in here is emergency fund, car maintenance, travels, car taxes. The reason for car taxes is I live in South Carolina, so we pay property taxes on our vehicles. And so I need to pay this every single year so that I can get my car sticker. And then home is just for any home decor, anything that I want for the house specifically, and usually any issues usually comes out of our home. And recently we did take out a chunk of money from here because we had to empty our septic tank recently, and boy, are they expensive. So I need to get this back up so that I can prepare for anything else that could happen at home. Holidays is Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. But as you saw on my Instagram, I started a Christmas savings challenge. So I didn't really want to like take my funds from here and put it in my savings challenge. So I'm just gonna keep this here, and this can fund for our Halloween this year and Thanksgiving, and maybe Christmas dinner if we do that. But I do have a savings challenge, which I'll show later on for Christmas. And then we have birthdays. So the only birthday coming up is my daughter's. She's turning 1 next month, and that will be coming out of here. And then memberships. This is just for my Amazon Prime, Costco, and Sam's. And Amazon Prime just came out of here, so whatever's left in here is gonna go Sam's and Costco memberships. So that is it for my high priority. Let's go into low priority. And here is a quick overview of how I have my setup. So here I just have envelopes in here that we use often, but they're not quite a priority for me to stuff like large amounts. So that's why it is considered my low priority. But we have shopping, and that's for clothes, anything we need for the kids, just clothing wise, shoes, etc. And then we have baby. So this is for my daughter, diaper, formula, snacks, wipes, anything that is related to her, because a baby does cost a lot. And then I have an envelope for a dining table because our dining table is sort of falling apart. We can still use it. So I kind of want to start saving up for a dining table, as whenever ours is completely broken, then we're going to have to buy a new one. And dining tables are not cheap. They're like $500, $600, $700, $800. I mean, that's probably like minimum. The really fancy ones are in like the thousands. So we're gonna slowly save for that. And then gifts, this is just for gifts slash giving. I use this for like birthdays, not my kids' birthdays, but other birthday events and other birthdays that come up, like my in-laws or just other people. And then fun is just a fun envelope for my kids or for us to do anything fun. And sorry if you guys hear the lawnmower. I believe my neighbor is cutting his grass. And then I have school expenses, and this is for anything that is related to school. My oldest is in intermediate, but she's a 5th grader, but they go to intermediate, and she's been going on quite a bit of field trips, and they only started in August, and she's been on like 3 or 4 field trips. So, and we had to pay for those. We've been grabbing cash from here a lot, as that is how I pay for her field trips, and just any like snacks and celebrations that they have going on at school is coming out of here. Pictures are coming out of here. And then this one is Hubs and myself, just for anything that we decide to splurge for ourselves or we want to buy. And then I have beauty. So this is just for, nail polish. I paint my own nails. This is what I use to buy my nail polish when I want a new color. And that is it for my low priority. And next is my weekly expense. So this is typically what I would use to fund my wallet. So I want to be like a month ahead with this, and I'm getting there. I use a little bit of my paycheck too to fund my wallet expenses, and then I do stuff a little bit in here too because I want to be a month ahead. That way I could just use this binder to stuff my wallet. So I just have what I use in my wallet. So I have groceries, and I'm trying to get a month ahead on this as well. So, but I keep dipping out of here, so it's really not it's getting there. And then I have household, fuel. So I decided not to stuff this one anymore. When we pump, we use our card, tracking it in the bank, which is fine. And eating out, spending, and then treats for my kids because they do love pelicans. And that is it for my weekly expense. Okay, next is my month ahead. It's getting quite full. A couple months ago, I had mentioned on Instagram that I wanted to kick my month ahead into high gear because there were some unexpected changes happening with our budget that I knew was coming. And so I just wanted to be fully prepared with our bills to make sure that we are on top of our bills, just in case I couldn't find a solution. But thankfully, I have found a solution, and we are right back on track with our budgeting, our money flow. I was gonna say, when one door closes, another door opens, and that opportunity may be better than the previous one. And so for my case, that was the case. And so we were able to, get this into high gear. I have some envelopes that are fully funded for the month ahead, but there's still like 2 or 3 in here that I still need to continue stuffing. And I'm going to continue doing that since I've already made it like 80% of the way. So even with the new changes that are upcoming. So that is the update. So here I just have my bills that I have going on. So my mortgage, subscriptions, which I think is fully funded. Gas is probably fully funded, but not. This is our house gas, not gas for my car. And then life insurance, water, my Best Buy credit card, which I am literally almost done paying it off. So I'm hoping with my next bonus that I can just pay the whole thing off. I'm so close to it. There's not much left on it, and there was never much to start off with anyway. My plan is to pay it off with my next bonus. And then we have electric, internet, car insurance, my husband's truck, and then our phone bill, and then my mom's insurance. I like to pay that in full for the whole year. So I think I'm almost I think I need one more stuffing in here, and then I should have enough funds to pay for the whole year for next year. So that is it for my month ahead. Okay, next up is my holiday sinking fund. So this is something new that I'm doing for 2026. And so I just have all of my holidays written out for next year. So I'm gonna start stuffing this little by little. My husband's birthday is actually coming out in February. I'm gonna start stuffing his as much as I can. I just have Hub's birthday, Valentine's Day, Easter, Ian's birthday, Mother's Day, Tatum's birthday, Father's Day, 4th of July, Cameron's birthday, Halloween, Mila's birthday, Thanksgiving, Black Friday, my birthday, but I don't really celebrate my birthday. If we do, I just tell my husband that I just want a cake from my favorite baker, and that's all. And then we have Christmas. So we'll be starting that for next year. And then we'll get into my savings challenges for this year that I've kicked into high gear. So I used to have a savings challenge binder, and I used to do like mini Mondays, but I kind of stopped doing that so that I can focus more on stuffing, you know, my important binders, my month ahead, and then just more important savings challenges that are coming up that I want to just handle. And I'll resume that probably next year. So this one is my 2025 every Friday savings challenge, and I do this every year. So I did one for last year, which I think at the end of the year we saved like $811. I believe this one is $862 this year, but I'll put up the correct amount here. So we're almost done here. The reason why I like this challenge is because it's so simple but yet so effective. So let's see, we're in October. I still need to stuff the 24th, which that will be in another video. I'm trying to film multiple videos at once while I have the chance. So you guys may see like same setup, but just multiple videos. So that is my 2025 every Friday challenge. And then the newest one that I added was for Christmas, and I want to save $1,000 for Christmas. And I know that's coming up, so I need to kick this one into high gear as well. Just how it looks like. Really simple, small denominations here. They're like really random. This is something fun for me to do. And I'm gonna kick this one up into high gear as well. I think after Thanksgiving, whatever I have left over in my holidays fun envelope, I'll throw in here so that I can start shopping. That is it for my quick binder run through. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll see you guys in my next video.